अपार्टमेंट पर हुई फायरिंग के 5 दिन बाद
अंडरवर्ल्ड डॉन लॉरेंस बिश्नोई के टारगेट पर
all these cinema actors and actresses are very vulnerable. We cannot give 100% protection to any of these people.
बॉलीवुड और क्राइम का क्या कनेक्शन रहा है?
Gangsters financed and the movies were made as per their say, saying that ये director होगा, ये music होगा, हमारा लड़की heroine होगा. Once our famous actor and 83 other people went overnight to celebrate the birthday of the famous gangster Dawood Ibrahim. They came back next day with all loaded with rewards. 98, 99, 2000, Mumbai became Beirut. उस समय फ्लैट तो बेचता नहीं, तब अगर फ्लैट कोई लिया तो फोन कॉल आता था, एक्सटॉर्शन कॉल. यू मे बी अ मल्टी मिलियनर, बट व्हेन ही डिस्क्राइब्स योर वाइफ एंड व्हाट शी इज वेयरिंग ऑन दैट डे एंड वेयर द चाइल्ड इज गोइंग टू स्कूल, एनी बिग मैन विल गेट टेरराइज्ड.
The main income source was extortion.
And they used to do it in the jail. They have access to communication devices and they run there comfortably. It actually means they get good protection from the outside force.
They're safer in jail than outside.
Yes.
Salman Khan versus Lawrence Bishnoi issue is actually because of the Black Buck case.
Not at all.
The Bishnoi gang have political blessings.
Somebody is having some holy touch about them. Outside the podcast, you ask me, I will tell you.
Does India have a human trafficking problem?
It's a big problem. Unfortunate, all the child homes and various other destitute homes, there itself there is a lot of exploitation where they want to sell a child for 2,000 rupees.
Oh my God.
When I was joint CP, I had seen in the TV one woman that I make food for my husband in the morning and he goes at 5:30. वो वापस आएगा कि नहीं मुझे पता नहीं है. That triggered, I am responsible for her husband's safe return. That is where my strategy started. We controlled the mafia, which resulted from 101 shootouts of businessmen in 98 to now it is 0.
शिवानंदन सर, आपके साथ बात करने में इतना मज़ा आता है. वेलकम बैक टू द शो 4 साल बाद. थैंक यू फॉर एवरीथिंग यू डन फॉर माई सिटी एंड आवर कंट्री. लेट्स बिगिन द पॉडकास्ट विद जय हिंद. कैसे हो सर?
Jai Hind, I'm wonderful. How are you?
Very, very good.
4 years is too long, but like the bad coin coming back into the economy, circulating again and again, I have come back to you.
अरे नो
Yes.
सर, आपके साथ हमने हमारी पूरी एक क्राइम की सीरीज स्टार्ट करी थी इस शो पर.
Correct.
तो सोचा कि आज हिंदी में मासेस के लिए हम फिर से स्पेशली मुंबई अंडरवर्ल्ड के बारे में बहुत ज़्यादा बात करेंगे, बट जनरली क्राइम इन इंडिया
Yes.
से रिलेटेड बहुत सारी बातचीत
Correct.
होगी. तो सर मतलब आप ही खुद की इंट्रोडक्शन दीजिए, क्योंकि आप शायद वन ऑफ द मोस्ट डेकोरेटेड इंडियन पुलिस ऑफिसर्स हो एवर. ओवर टू यू.
You see, career is something which was very tumultuous and very fantastic. It is very nice career. I started with the professor's job. I was teaching economics in the Madras University in a college in Coimbatore. फिर बाद में मुझे थोड़ा सा डर लगा और मोनोटोनस लगा और इसलिए मैंने सोचा थोड़ी एक्साइटिंग कुछ तो कर लें. सो मैंने सोचा यूपीएससी करें. डायरेक्टली इन द फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट मैं यूपीएससी में चेन्नई में डेली गया कोयम्बतूर से ब्लू माउंटेन एक्सप्रेस लेके, और फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट में आईपीएस में सिलेक्शन मेरा हो गया. 75 एग्जाम, 76 एंट्री. सो वी आर ऑल नोन विद द 76 बैच. सो इसमें क्या हुआ है, विदाउट नोइंग व्हाट इट इज, ये क्या चीज़ क्या है, वो बिना समझे मैं इसके अंदर जंप कर लिया. बट देन दैट इज द फाइनेस्ट डिसीजन वन कुड टेक. सो एक बार पुलिस के अंदर आ गया तो वेदर यू आर क्वालिफाइड और नॉट, आप उसके अंदर रेडी रहे या नहीं रहे, यू गिव 100% एंड जंप इनटू दैट एंड डू व्हाटएवर इज पॉसिबल एंड यू डू इन द बेस्ट पॉसिबल वे.
70s में जब आप तमिलनाडु में थे तो आपको पता था मुंबई अंडरवर्ल्ड के बारे में? सुनते थे आप बातें?
नो, तमिलनाडु में ये सब नहीं. तो वहाँ पे कट्टा पंचायत चलता है. पॉलिटिकल पीपल ओनली. कट्टा मीन्स वुडन लॉग, वो लेके मारते थे और प्रॉपर्टी ये वगैरह लेते थे. उनका इकोसिस्टम अलग था, बट फिर भी वहाँ का लोग यहाँ आके तरक्की किए हैं. उदाहरण इज हाजी मस्तान खडलूर का है और कुछ उनका हिंदी विंदी कुछ भी नहीं आता था, तमिल मालूम था. डेली ही यूज्ड टू गेट तमिल पेपर्स फ्रॉम बाय फ्लाइट एंड रीड एंड ऑल दैट. एंड ही स्टार्टेड इन पोर्ट में स्टार्ट करके ही मेड एन एम्पायर. Later, one another person, Varadarajan Mudaliar bhi aisa hi hai. He was a Robin Hood in Matunga, all this Pandal, Ganapati Pandal and all that he did. So these are the two entries. यहाँ आके अपना अपना फ्लैग लगाने वाले लोग वो तमिलनाडु का है. So ये लोगों को ऊपर थोड़ा फार कुछ तो कुछ कहीं पेपर में हमने पढ़ा होगा.
कभी सोचा इकोनॉमिक्स पढ़ते वक्त कि आपकी वजह से पूरा मुंबई अंडरवर्ल्ड टेक डाउन हो जाएगा?
नहीं नहीं नहीं, कहीं सपना में नहीं था. और इन एनी अदर थिंग आई नेवर थॉट लाइक दैट. दैट्स अ गॉड गिवन अपॉर्चुनिटी. So you have a bat and you stand at the crease, as Sachin Tendulkar said. Ball आते रहा, तुम मारते रहे. So then centuries were happening. So that is how the policing also happened to me. वो बहुत बढ़िया चांस था. बट मुझे मंजिल कहाँ जाना है, क्या करना है, क्या अचीव करना है, ये सब नहीं है. डेली आप कुछ भी करते थे. You learned, you fell down, got up, and then नया नया strategies बनाया. फिर अल्टीमेटली देखेगा तो द क्राइम सीन कंप्लीटली चेंज्ड. मुंबई became Beirut at the time, 98, 99, 2000. We brought it back to the thing. Now इतना आप मल्टी स्टोरी स्ट्रक्चर देखते हैं. उस समय फ्लैट तो बेचता नहीं, तब फ्लैट कोई लिया तो फोन कॉल आता था, एक्सटॉर्शन कॉल. गाड़ी लिया तो फोन कॉल आता था. आप जैसा यंग पीपल को ये सब मालूम नहीं है. आपको मालूम नहीं है एक्सटॉर्शन क्या है. एक्सटॉर्शन इज दैट वेयर अ टेलीफोन कॉल विल terrorize any big man. You may be a multi-millionaire, but when he describes your wife and what she is wearing on that day and where the child is going to school and what class she's studying, 7th standard, and that's her name, any big man will get terrorized. And they were asking money like anything, whatever comes to their mind, they will ask. मेरा सामने तुम्हारा फाइल खोल के रखा है और तुमको 50 कोटी देना है, 70 कोटी देना है. Like that they used to terrorize.
और लोग दे भी देते थे.
देते थे, but not who will give 50 crores, 70 crores. But then जिसको ROI था, रिटर्न ऑन इन्वेस्टमेंट, वो लोग देते होंगे. बट बाकी लोग बार्गेन करके जो भी है वो देते थे. बट देन आपको मालूम होना चाहिए ये सब मिलके हजारों कोटी का लोग. Allegedly, Abu Salam had a $40 million in Lisbon, allegedly, because nobody could recover it. But then he was focusing on the Bollywood. Bollywood is soft underbelly. So वो लोगों के ऊपर करके टेरराइज करके वो लिया था. बट ऐसा ही और एक लड़का था इजाज लखड़ा वाला, बैंकॉक. सो छोटा राजन का छतरी के नीचे था वो. सो वो भी ऐसा ही करता था. So some people specialized in builders, some people specialized in exporters, some others on business, and some people on Bollywood.
ये आप peak of Mumbai underworld के बारे में बता रहे हो. Basically extortions were at the max level. The average successful person would be getting calls. At the same time पूरे underworld ने अलग अलग businesses आपस में बांटे थे. कोई बॉलीवुड को हैंडल करता था, कोई रियल एस्टेट को, वगैरह वगैरह.
ये क्या है, ये म्यूटेशन एंड कॉम्बिनेशन. सो ये ऑल थिंग्स पहले अगर क्रोनोलॉजी आप देखेंगे, ये करीम लाला वो पठान गैंग का अफगानिस्तान से आया हुआ था, वो सबसे बड़ा था. तो उसके नीचे बाकी सारे लोग आके करते थे. और ये उनका अगर एजेक्ट करके अपना कोंकणी मुस्लिम है दाऊद इब्राहिम. हिज फादर वाज अ हवलदार इन द क्राइम ब्रांच वेयर आई वाज द चीफ फॉर 6 years. सो वहाँ का वो ऐसा पूरा ट्रिक्स वगैरह लर्न करके ही डिड ऑल दैट. बट ही एलिमिनेटेड रूथलेसली ऑल द ओपोनेंट्स ऑन द रोड्स. सो दैट terror element जो है, shooting people, for example in the court, when the court was there in Azad Maidan court, when 4 people were brought on 16th September 1983, 4 people were shot dead right in front of the court. Then 3 weeks later on 30th September 1983, the other party who had shot the earlier time, वो लोगों को लाया, फिर somebody else came and shot them. Pardeshi, David Pardeshi, he came in navy uniform, so he shot. सो उस समय ये जो और एक 1987 में एक बड़ा एक गैंगस्टर था बाबू रेशिम. वो लॉकअप में था, जेकब सर्कल लॉकअप में था. 6-7 लोग उसको प्रोटेक्शन कर रहे थे. उनके बीच में जाके 2 बजे उनको मार के आए हैं. So these are all challenges to the very government and very police and the supremacy of the people who are ruling this state. You can say that. और एक बड़ा घटना बोलना हो तो 1992 में JJ हॉस्पिटल शूटआउट, वेयर सुभाष, दैट वाराणसी बेस्ड गैंगस्टर, ही वेंट देयर एंड यूज्ड AK-47 to shoot at the gangsters who were getting medical treatment. Haldankar is the name. उसमें क्या हुआ? 6-7 policemen were there with guns. They were protecting because he was tied to the bed with the handcuff and all that. It is a ward where the criminals would be getting treatment. So this guy went there and shot with AK-47 in a room like this. 167, 657 rounds were fired. उसमें 2 policemen also died. So लोग बोलते हैं encounter. ये encounter है. इसमें policemen were killed. Very luckily, as a funny thing, that Thakur was the name of the sub-inspector. He is also from the same village in Varanasi as this Thakur. Subhash Singh Thakur is the man. 6 feet 3 inches. Lamba chauda ekdam. AK-47. He used a Contessa car with a dome light belonging to Surya Rao of Bhiwandi Municipal Corporation to escape. मैं ये सब आपको ये बोल रहा हूँ कि these things were to terrorize and leave a remarkable kind of a message to people that if you tinker with me, I can do all these things.
But the main income source was extortion.
Extortion was there. Settling property. 2 पार्टी को बुलाना बोलना ये होटल इसको दे दो, इसका इतना रेट है, अब दे दो, ये प्रॉपर्टी लैंड है वो दे दो, all this property dealing, and they used to do it in the jail. For example, Arun Gowli would stay in Pune jail, Yaravada jail, and call people, and they will write different names. Different names. They can't be writing original names. And they were told in the room of the superintendent of police of the jail that ये है मांडवली बोलते हैं उसको. मांडवली. I don't know whether it is Hindi or Marathi. मांडवली बोलते हैं. मांडवली करने का बोलने का 40 लाख में प्रॉपर्टी तुम दे दो, सही करो. They do the deal and go out.
Like a truce, right? Truce.
Mandavali is a transfer of property and samjhota, where you come to an agreement to sell property.
Okay.
Yes. It's a gangsterist language. Mandavali is a gangsterism language. आपको मालूम नहीं होगा?
नहीं. I mean, मुंबई में आप मांडवली सुनते हो शब्द. जब भी मैं आपसे बात करता हूँ ना, ऐसा लगता है कि मैं 1000 tangents ले सकता हूँ आपके साथ, आपकी बातों की वजह से.
बिल्कुल, most welcome.
इसलिए 2 बेसिक tangents से स्टार्ट करते हैं. एक्चुअली 3 tangents हैं. पहला छोटा सवाल ये है कि ये जितने भी गैंगस्टर्स रहे हैं, आज उनके फैमिलीज बॉम्बे में ही हैं, कहाँ हैं?
See, हमेशा all families were here or wherever they were. उनका एक अंडरस्टैंडिंग है हमेशा. ये यहाँ पे मुंबई हो, शिकागो हो, सिसिली हो, anywhere where the mafia is there, उनका अंडरस्टैंडिंग is perfect. Umarta is the secret where they don't open their mouth and let others' secrets known to the police. That is Umarta. Where I catch somebody, he keeps his mouth shut. He never reveals anybody because he will die, but he will not let know the others. Whereas the families, आपने family के ऊपर पूछा, wives, children, वो, Mahunaj, all of them were used to be doing whatever normally they were. They were never harmed.
Okay.
They were never harmed. They used to go to normal school, like Chota Rajan's लड़की जो है वहाँ चेंबूर में कौन सा क्लास में कौन सा कॉलेज स्कूल में जाती है वो सबको मालूम है. Wife's name is Sujata. She used to go fly, come back and all that. वो ऐसा कोई खतरा नहीं था. That is a understanding amongst the thieves.
कि we won't bring our families into this.
And also other thing, बिना पूछे आपको मैं बोलूँगा कि पुलिस के ऊपर कभी हाथ नहीं लगाने का. Never ever challenge the police and shoot at them or do anything like that.
Unsaid mafia rules.
This is, but it's been going on for सदियों से चल रहा है. अभी तक violation इसका नहीं हुआ. Like for example, पुलिस वाला एनकाउंटर करता है, ये करता है, वो करता है. एक मूवी में दिखाया था, सत्या मूवी में, that gangsters decide that we'll shoot the police commissioner. That irritated me like anything. I came as the joint commissioner. I criticized at every opportunity and I never let it go. मैंने बोला ये idea, how dare you to put it in the mind of these gangsters who can't even touch a constable. How do you go back to Satya and see? There is a scene where the commissioner of police after encounters is shown shot dead by the gangsters. ये idea जो है, it is anathema. It is absolutely wrong.
आप कभी राम गोपाल वर्मा से मिले?
बहुत बार. He used to come after that. Satya को ऊपर मैंने criticize किया था. He came to me multiple times. He made a movie called Company, a very successful movie. That is based on my work, where strategy-oriented policing, where Mohanlal, the legendary Malayali actor, So I became a Malayali after that. Everyone thought I will give you food, Sadhya, the Onam Sadhya, Onam
Yeah,
Sadhya.
of
That is
course.
Malayalis eat. I used to get it every year, thinking that I became Malayali with him. But that is one of the finest movies.
Yeah. RGB ने sorry कहा आपसे?
No. He came, he discussed, but then we discussed like this. He understood that there is a twist in the strategy. So I gave him the example of a medical thing where a doctor is there, the medicine which is given should be appropriate and limited quantity. If you give an overdose of either an encounter or any other thing, it can boomerang and the patient can die. He loved it. He said, "Ye baat hai." So he came to a story where the movie, I don't know whether you have seen, देखिए, आपका viewers can see, where Dawood Ibrahim and Chota Rajan, how they grow and how they fell out. And they fell out after that 1993 blast in Mumbai, where this Dawood Ibrahim had brought 4,000 kilos of RDX and 2,000 hand grenades, 2,000 AK-47 distributed all over the country, where the famous actor Sanjay Dutt was also involved. He got a conviction for having possession of arms in a prohibited area under TADA and all that kind of thing. Okay. So Ram Gopal Verma did apologize by making one more movie. He might have said, sorry, maybe I didn't see that. But he did make a movie, which is a fabulous movie.
Company.
Okay.
तो
Yes.
Satya pissed you off
Yes,
as a police
because
officer.
no, the movie, मैं आपको on record बोलना चाहूँगा, Satya didn't piss me off. Satya, I enjoyed it like anything. Biku Matra is then Manoj Bajpayee. He got a fantastic elevation. Oh, fabulous movie. But only that part where they show, मैं आपको और एक बार क्लियर करना चाहूंगा, in movies they plant ideas in people. For example, in Dexter, a movie called Dexter, the fellow kills a woman and cuts her into 35 pieces. So in one of these incidents in Mumbai, one boy who was living with a girl, Shraddha Walkar case, he told her, I'll cut you 35 pieces, and they went to live in Noida. वहां पे किया उसने. I hope you get the relationship. I put an idea in you in the movie, and that happens. And looking at this incident, which was coming on the TV continuously, Shraddha Walkar and that boy, one more case happened. Nikki Yadav and Gohil was the Gehalat was the name of the boy. It happened. So I hope you understand how the movies can shape up people's thought process.
Cinema, TV shows.
I did not like the idea that they could ever think of committing an encounter on the police commissioner. It never happened. Not even a constable was being touched.
Got it. आपने परिंदा देखी है?
परिंदा देखा था, but if you ask me any question, I would not know. But I परिंदा मैंने देखा, वास्तव देखा, संजय दत्त movie था. So like that, where the mother perhaps she kills him.
I think Parinda is one of the most artistic crime films I've ever seen in my life.
Maybe.
Wow.
I'll go home. मैं जाके देखेगा और एक बार.
Vidhu Vinod Chopra has directed it. Beautiful film.
आप कंपनी देखिए, मैं जाके परिंदा देखेगा.
Of course. Okay. पहला सवाल था family से related.
Families were always safe. Nothing happened. I gave you a corollary, additional information that the policemen were also safe. Police were never touched. This is a secret code of behavior of gangsters.
Okay.
Yeah.
दूसरा सवाल ये है कि if police were safe and family was safe, so who had suffered the most in this phase?
In this phase, which is over a long period of time, 1940, 1950, 60, 70, 80, 90, 2000. I finished it off in 2001, 2002. After that, nothing happened for 25 years. 2002 to now, nothing happened. Then Baba Siddiqui is the first one which happened in Juhu after 23, 24 years. So that's it. What did you ask?
Who had suffered?
Who had suffered? All the people who didn't pay money, who had some relationship with the crime world. For example, all restaurateurs, about 25 of them, I can say, Ramnath Payade or D.N. Ghosh. Royal Challenge was the name of the restaurant. He was sitting outside on a chair. He was riddled with 35 bullets. And like that, about 10-20 restauranteurs, financiers, Ramnath Payade will come in the finance field also, and also gangsters, various gangsters, or for example, Satish Raje or so many others, and then mill owners who were going to sell. For example, Sunit Katav. He was selling 268 acres of land, and he was being protected with local people. Amar Naik was following him for 7 days. And one fine day in front of the Mahalakshmi station, on both sides they came and shot. And Satish Raje, again, somewhere 87 or 88, he had bulletproof glass in his car. He would have had that imported Japanese car. He believed he's safe. But then people came with a hathodi, hammer मार के उसको थोड़ा और उसको दोनों साइड से मार के चले गए. Then, if he belonged to the Dawood Ibrahim gang, the other gang will go and shoot an equivalent of that person, financier, manager, administrator, like that. So, the company means what? Company is a CEO at the apex, CFO, lawyers, various other. They all had a company system. So, in that equivalent, financier, for example, this person, Sheetal owner, was allegedly having money of belonging to some gang or the other. Babubai was his name. So, they stabbed him right outside. Arun Gauli's gang did that. So, they had their own parameters and scale. And then, okay, families would, there is one person in Crawford Market. He allegedly, as per their say, gangsters say, was doing hawala, but then family will say no, and then he was shot.
What is hawala?
Hawala is illegal transfer of money.
Okay.
Yeah, but then the gangsters had that to say, but their family says no, Bharat Shah was not doing that. But then he was shot dead. He had gone for making a phone call and came, and then he was shot dead. I will go with the family. I will not say he was doing anything, but the gangsters have a different story too.
So you're saying ki the people who suffered most were the people who were associated a little bit with the criminal world?
Yes.
And
yes.
gang members on
also
all sides.
people who have made money in a short time and who had come up and made money.
Illegal way.
Not necessarily, but then they made money. And then, for example, builders, all the builders have brought the gangsters into the thing for getting people evicted and all those tenants, you know. For example, you have got a fantastic flat, you are paying only 600 rupees rent, which is worth about 6 lakhs of rupees by way of rent, or worth 60 crores or 80 crores, 100 crores. How will you vacate? Because under a Rent Control Act, you are sitting here comfortably paying 60 rupees or 300 rupees on Marine Drive. Then how do you get all these people evicted? That is where the gangsters came. Say, for example, any project, let us say any slum rehabilitation, 70% of the people will sign in favor of one builder, and that builder will get the authority to develop that. How does it happen? By bringing the gangsters. And the gangsters will get a silent partnership in that. I hope you understand.
Yeah, of course.
Buy for my sweat equity, as they say. So they will get 30%, 25%, 40% sweat equity they will have, because they are sweating to get your project up and going. So this is a new development. If you say, आपने control कर दिया, बाद में क्या हुआ है? So यही है. They are all into economic offences. They are into slum rehabilitation projects, which is multi-million dollars. Say, for example, this Dharavi project. So much problems must be there in that. Who will help with the muscle power? So these kind of people would help.
So does it still happen?
Yeah, but I told you, after 2001, 2002, there is no shootout. No gangster ever shot anybody. We gave them holiday to the business people. So that's why all these multi-story buildings have come, no? 77 floors, 90 floors, 100 floors, all of them. Earlier, flats were not sold. Marriages were not happening in 98, 99, 2000. Marriage kiya, to paisa puchenge, 4 crore de do, 3 crore. So that was a terrorizing period where people wouldn't go for dinners. They would not buy anything expensive like that.
But sir, मतलब basically gangsters की कमाई थोड़ी बहुत real estate की वजह से होती थी, builders के साथ JV joint ventures करके.
They divided wherever money in a big way. MCOC का आप definition देखेंगे. So that is using violence, a humongous amount of money where they make, that is organized crime. That could be, again, I'm telling you, don't get stuck with only the killing and things like that. So, narcotics dealing, thousands of crores can be, you know. Each one we catch in any port, it is worth thousands of crores. And then arms, ammunition, and various other taskari, as they call in Hindi. Which is customs evasion.
Okay.
Like, these are all illegal, no?
Smuggling.
Smuggling. That's the correct word.
Okay.
Smuggling. So, smuggling of what? Gold, silver, whatever is valuable, no? See, it's a basic business only. You buy in Dubai, where you buy, let us say, 2 tons or 10 tons. The price is this much. And you bring, by doing all the jugglery like Haji Mastan or Varadarajan Mudaliar, come here and sell it 10 times.
Okay.
The
So
margin is the profit.
real estate, extortions, ammunition
It can
deals,
be,
smuggling.
listen, it can be multiple hundred. Race, horse gambling, your cricket bet gambling, your prostitution racket where areas are divided, your kidnapping of girls and selling them in any other market. So anywhere illegal things is involved, the mafia would be there, no? Yeah.
Okay. So especially with the real estate things,
Yeah.
where you're saying that they had some sweat equity,
Yeah.
but those buildings must still exist today, right?
Yeah, they're
So-
there, but then they would be getting all the equity with somebody name who is legitimate.
So a family
It'll
member.
not be in the name of the gangsters, no?
It'll be the
in
gangster's
somebody,
wife?
Somebody. Oh no, I mean, this is a gamut of lot of things involved in this.
Okay.
So they will not be taking it in the name of the Chota Rajan, Bada Rajan, aisa nahi lete the. Any other things they would have
Those
taken.
gangsters who hustled for this equity,
Yeah.
their families are benefiting today?
I hope so. But then I must tell you the whole good old theory where anything you earn out of crime, you don't live long enough to sit and enjoy. So if you ask me, they're all having Mercedes Benz and Rolls Royce and they are going in all these things. No, their level of living is absolutely below the eye meets. I don't think anybody is having a Mercedes Benz and going around in a big thing, living in a very
Why?
because this whole association with the crime is a short-lived thing. I called it always as a butterfly life. Like you are a larva, then you become a butterfly in a short time. You're very fly with a lot of colors and you get destroyed. How many gangsters have been shot? No. Amongst themselves they have shot. I gave you the example of Satish Raje.
yeah.
There was one Ashok Joshi in Panvel. They used AK-47 and killed 7-8 people in one car. So their life is also short-lived.
So-
Very short. For example, Amar Naik's brother, he was shot in the court in 1994 and his waist below he is paralyzed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, there are these guys who come up from the streets through illegal means, make money very fast, and then they attract the wrong kind of attention on
In
themselves.
one way, I can explain, Ranveer, that many of those boys who were taken to this crime would be belonging to the displaced mill workers who Shri Datta the Samant had made them jobless. Suddenly, father, mother were all working in the mill. They had some kind of a thing. They were going to school and they were living. For example, Arun Gavli is still next to Empress Mill. Dagadi Chal is there. So his father and all would have been working in Empress Mill. So wahan tha, Dagadi Chal mein tha. Then suddenly all these things closed. They became jobless. Then they thought we have to do something to eke out a living. So ये गन मिल गया, एक मोटरसाइकिल मिल गया, एक गर्लफ्रेंड मिल गया, घुमाना है, जाना है, लोगों को गन दिखा के, you see the fright. You are a boy who is belonging to the lowest level of the lowest strata in the society. You get a gun, you walk into anybody's office, you see the fright in the multimillionaire's face, you enjoyed it. That is where the butterfly life I mentioned.
Okay.
Yeah.
तीसरा सवाल सर,
Yeah.
बॉलीवुड और क्राइम का क्या कनेक्शन रहा है?
See, Bollywood actually earlier it was a most attractive thing for anyone to go and park themselves and enjoy all those things. They used to take money. Earlier, what happened? Bollywood did not have the status of industry. The money came from suspicious places. They splashed it like anything. They made and then it did well or didn't do well and all that. When it was not able to repay money, they have to suffer. But then they can repay, they used to. The interest rate they charged was sky level kata.
The gangsters financed Bollywood films.
Gangsters financed sitting in Dubai or any other place, and the movies were made as per their say. They had a throttle hold of the Bollywood, saying that ye director hoga, ye music hoga, hamara ladki heroine hoga, ye hero hoga, like that they were doing because the money came from them at 60% interest and things like that.
60% interest.
Yes, that is usurious interest, as you know. Or now after the operation we did, operation cleanup, whatever we did, the industry status has been given by the government. So banks like IDBI, various other banks, they are all giving loads to money to people to make money, movies.
शायद ये बॉलीवुड की भी गलती नहीं थी.
You can't say that. Who are we to say? See, I have entertained them. I got money from them. I did all sorts of things. And then Lena, Dena. And Bollywood was a very attractive place for people. Then all these good-looking women, the gangsters, would call them to Dubai and have meet them there and give some rewards and send them back. These are all very common things. Once our famous actor and 83 other people went overnight to celebrate the birthday of the famous gangster Dawood Ibrahim. The child was about 5-10 years old. The 83 thing with a top class actor. They went in a flight. They did all that entertaining, dancing, singing, and all. They came back next day with all loaded with rewards. So like that, they used to be at the beck and call.
This is 70s, 80s and 90s.
Yes.
So a lot of the films that have even been super hits in Bollywood are produced actually by gangsters.
Why? This guy, your Abu Salam, at a given time, 20 movies he was financing, no? Money also came from them. He was also, where will you keep all the money, no? That's also their problem. Abu Salam, when he made money, he was an uneducated young fellow from Azamgarh, Pratapgarh. 7th standard fail, ladies tailor था. वो यहाँ आके गन दिखा के इतना powerful हो गया कि he had any given time 10-20 movies he will be funding and financing.
So would you say कि some of the top stars in Bollywood owe their success partially to the criminals?
Possible. They had a liking for them. They would say that I never liked it and all. They acted, some of them act very well because it is there in their DNA and blood. Those times, movies like Vastav and so many other movies were made. And there, I can give you a list of 20 movies that are on the floor when this fellow Abu Salam was funding and financing. So yeah, for example, this one Rajiv Roy is a producer. And they went into his room and they tried to shoot him because they asked for money he didn't give. Then I had a constable called Mohan Singh we had given him for protection. He shot them in turn and chased them on the road and all that. But then Rajiv Roy went away to USA, came back and listened to them, had a patch up and then made movies. Movies like Ishq Vishk Pyar Vyar and things like that. That Monica Bedi, girlfriend of Abu Salam, was the heroine in those movies. At least 2 movies they made. So like that. A lot of examples, no?
Were there Bollywood actresses who dated criminals?
We can't say that, but then they had to serve. See, listen, I must say on their behalf, when I'm telling you all sorts of things, I'm not able to act like those actors whom you mentioned. I have to tell the truth. They were not given foolproof protection by the system. For example, if a good-looking actress is there, she's young and she has come through hard way and she's here and if she's being exploited, and what will the system, like a cops and others, what will they give her protection with? So they learn to live, they learn to survive, they learn to make their money and then grow in the hierarchy and then go like that. They were very vulnerable. On the behalf of the Bollywood people, I'm giving you something. Oh, very vulnerable थे. उनका, for example, this Salman Khan अभी जो हो रहा है, Lawrence Bishnoi is doing it. What kind of protection can you give? With all the protection they have given, one good-looking girl went and reached his flat at 3 o'clock, 1 month or 2 months before. So like that, you know, they are doing a movie in the street. There is a Marine Drive. They do all those things. People are all surrounding. Somebody can take one chaku and go and hurt him, no? Shah Rukh Khan, Salman Khan, so many Khans. Please, underlying thing is they are vulnerable. And we cannot give 100% protection to any of these people. We can give. Policemen are given. For example, Salman Khan is given so many policemen. With all the policemen, some fellows went there down below motorcycle, upar fire kiya, aur chala gaya. Protection was there at the time also. Later also, they hiked it. Then some girl went to check in his house at 3 o'clock in the morning. So like that, the small things do happen. Breach of second.
मतलब आप कह रहे हो कि 2025 में भी अगर आप भारत में बहुत ज़्यादा फेमस हो तो ये आपके लिए थोड़ी सी डेंजरस सिचुएशन हो सकती है.
See, depending upon what kind of job you do, what kind of signals you give and what kind of vulnerabilities you have. So depending upon, for example, Tata's never had any problem. Like this famous industrial houses, they all had no problems, no?
Why not?
Because they were supposedly above board. And Tatas have a reputation of being above board, no? So this, I'm giving you industries, hotel industry, film industry, finance industry, then this reality business, and these are all these businesses where this vulnerability was there. Okay?
Do you think the Tatas, Birlas and Ambanis, because they played the game cleaner, that's why they didn't come near these criminals?
See, they are too powerful to go and battle with. Ambanis, who can go and battle with them? They are absolutely on a different cloud altogether. No small-time fellow can go and mess up with them. Okay? Their protection is of a different level. I mean, I don't want to give the entire list of all the protection which they have. Vinakaran, I should not be coming here and making a fool of myself. But I can only say their protection level is of a high order.
I think you have to be very stupid to mess with the Ambanis.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. Or for that matter, even Tatas or Birlas or any, they don't have that kind of a protection which Ambanis have. But even then, they have a government protection which is invisible. Any small thing, they will be showering them with all the protection which they require.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can we talk about the Lawrence Bishnoi and Salman Khan situation?
You can ask.
What's happening right now, sir? And how do you see it as a police officer?
See, this Lawrence Bishnoi is basically gangsters from Punjab. So then they have a presence in Canada. So in Canada, they had allegedly shot one Niger. So then they got some kind of a protection from some vested interests. Then they tried to do somewhere in other places also. So Lawrence Bishnoi basically is in jail, where Sabarmati jail in Ahmedabad. So sitting there, he is giving nightmares to the cinema actors. So then they even shot your Kapil Sharma's restaurant in Canada, Caps & Co. or something like that. Then twice they went and shot recently, 2 months before or within 2 months. So they have a problem of giving headache to this kind of people.
But sir, what's the root cause of this?
See, root cause is that as long as the cases take long time to get over, and the cases get acquittal after 17 years. For example, your Malegaon case, your railways case, or even Salman Khan's driving, the driverless car, which he drove 22 years before. So that all gets acquitted later, 20 years later, 18 years later. So if this is the kind of a lacunae in the judicial system, anybody would like to exploit this series, no?
So unless there are changes in the judicial system...
Changes in the judicial system, I'm putting you very clearly, whether the judges give conviction or acquittal, let them do within a year or two. In any case, we will be winners. Today, 20 years is too long a time for any witnesses to come alive. They are all dead. And to remember and to give that evidence without beyond a shadow of doubt. And IO, the investigating officer, is also not there. He is gone, he is dead, he is retired, he has got no interest. So like that, lot of... See, files go missing, the whole evidence goes missing. So many things happen now. These can be manipulated also.
You began your tenure as a police officer 49 years ago.
Yes, sir.
And over the course of 49 years, you're saying that the judiciary has not improved this one.
Not at all. See, they have their own problems. For example, technology has come, but they got vacancies, plenty of vacancies, 20-22% vacancy. Even in the police, 1960 yardstick का police force दिया हुआ है, उसमें भी 22% vacancies है. And today, technology, all these Lawrence Bishnoi kind of fellows are all technically, they have gone way ahead and we were lagging behind. So we should catch up technologically, and then they, for example, when they give you a call, virtual private network, it shows different places like Sharjah or South Africa, Canada, like that it will show. Earlier, when you call me from here, I know you are calling from so-and-so place. I can come and catch you when you are doing the call.
The IP address keeps bouncing.
IP address keeps bouncing because it's called VPN network. This is a minimum of technology I am giving you. Maximum technology can be using satellites, this, that, and all that. And they have the money to buy all these things, no? They have the money to buy. And they don't have the Auditor General, Accountant General asking, ye kyun liya, wo kyun liya. They have the best of weapons, AK-47, sniper, ye, wo, jo.
So do you think this Salman Khan versus Lawrence Bishnoi issue is actually because of the Black Buck case?
No. I don't think so. Not at all. It is my... I'm not giving you authentic... I have no authority to give an authentic thing. But as a 49 years of experience, I get nothing to do with that. Not at all. That is just a bahana. That is to terrorize and make money and make a mincemeat out of a poor guy. So like that it is. See this, again I'm telling you, all these cinema actors and actresses are very vulnerable. And nobody can give them foolproof... think of their job is like that, no?
We have had a lot of Punjabi singers on this podcast. And we had the legend of the Punjab music industry, Gurdas Maan Saab, on the show.
Yeah.
And I asked him how he didn't get into this...
Singing.
How he didn't get into trouble with criminals in Punjab. Because that's happening with a lot of the younger singers. So Gurdas Maan Saab...
Surjewala was killed. Musa.
Yeah.
Musa. He was
Sidhu
killed.
Musa.
He was shot dead.
Yeah. even
And the other guy called Chamkiwala.
Chamkila.
Chamkila.
So
He was also shot dead.
Hanji, so but basically Gurdas Maan Saab said that his music was a little more humble and publicly he wouldn't say things to show off his wealth.
See, they draw the line. Who? The gangsters draw the line. If you are there within that line, allegedly they don't do. But then you can be nice to them. You can be nice to the police. A lot of this dichotomy is there.
Okay.
People, all these people, vulnerable people, will be also nice to the police by giving, have a 2-3 policemen going with them, take care of them completely, and also pay some money to the gangsters.
Okay.
I wouldn't tell you the names of those people, but because of this vulnerability, they do take care of these people, pay them money. For example, many of the builders will take police protection and pay them monthly allowance also.
Even today.
Even now. But there is no complaint. So I can't do anything about it, or the police can't do anything about it. As long as that is प्यार का मामला है, फिर तो चलता है वो.
So what kind of money do you have to pay?
No, I don't know. I can't give you the quantum of how much money they pay. That is if they adjust with each other and all that. See, for all these structures which are coming all over the place, they need the protection of the police, the protection of gangsters, and protection of BMC and various others. Yeah.
Yeah, so on a personal level, I am scared of fame now for the first time in 10 years of being famous.
No. Unless you have the money which is overflowing, where you are flaunting it with, let us say, a Rolls Royce car or a very kind of a jari kind of things, becoming famous is not a criteria where they will come and do it. Or anything wrong. You should become more famous actually. Huh? I'm telling you. Why? You are working hard, you are earning money, you are deploying it, and by hard work you are becoming famous. Why not?
Okay.
Where fame is a problem, where you start teasing others, throwing things at them, bullying and things like that. Think that you are above law, or you can.
Yeah, so maybe even the gangsters have a moral code of targeting people who they think are showing off or bullying.
Showing off, there is a tinge of crime in their earning, and they have got excess money and things like that.
Okay.
तो आपने ऐसा कमाया, आपके पास इतना ये है, हमको भी थोड़ा देने में आपको क्या तकलीफ? आपका फाइल हमारा सामने खुला है. Like that they will speak.
So does the Bishnoi gang have political blessings?
Not political blessing, but somebody is having some holy touch about them. I will not go into that and say who is that and all that. Outside of the podcast, you ask me, I will tell you.
Okay. I think we've pulled up a photo on the screen.
Yeah, this is like a quiz. He is the son of the Havaldar. He is 1955 born. He's got medical issues, and one doesn't know whether he's alive or dead. Allegedly, they say lung cancer. He's the one who gave the ISI, through ISI, 4,000 kilos of RDX and 2,000 AK-47 and all during the Babri Masjid demolition December 1992, and the blast took place on 12th March 1993. Even now, he is wanted as the topmost man in the United Nations narcotics smugglers list. And he lives allegedly in Karachi, where the building is known to people and all that. Pakistan says he is never there. We have given tons of evidence against them for all the things which he has done. But then they are protecting him. Maybe he is useful to them. He moved from Dubai to Karachi.
He must be the same age as you, roughly.
55, I am 51. I am 4 years elder to him.
How does life feel at your age?
Fantastic. Cannot be better.
Yeah?
Fantastic. See, age is what you have. Think of the age. If you don't think of the age, you got the same energy, same. You are more mature. Your approach to life is much better. You can do the same thing. The other day I gave a lecture for 4 hours standing. Yeah. They all said, sit down, sit down, sit down. I said, no.
You know, you have that goodness in you because you fought crime.
Correct.
You've cleaned up this earth.
And I'm also giving back to the society. My roti bank has given 22 million meals. That is goodness. So that has to come as a glow in my face.
You have God's blessings upon you for what you've done for this city and this country. What do you think life is like for this man in his 70s?
See, he is a condemned man. Life has condemned him with all that. He's got a legitimate business. Allegedly, he has got quite a few $1 billion and all that. Daughter is married to Javed Miyad's son, and they celebrated it in Karachi, Dubai and all that. But I don't think his life is very enviable. Not at all.
Why?
Because he can't come out anywhere. He goes on listening to what is happening in Mumbai on phone. His father's funeral he couldn't attend. His mother's funeral, he heard all the janaza or whatever they call in their language. He heard there and shed tears. He couldn't come. So he would like to come here and be on the Pakmodia street and things like that. But then he is not able to go anywhere. There was an attempt on him allegedly in London many times and things like that. So there will be an attempt on
by
his...
who?
By everyone, opposite criminal gangs. He's not safe. He's not safe. And then he is under hiding. He is under hiding. He will not be available in that bungalow where we all know where he lives. So ऐसा नहीं है कि anybody can go there and do a nuclear bomb and eliminate him and all that.
What do you think that bungalow is like?
No, it is in the defense colony, Clifton area. Then it is bungalow like any other bungalow. A lot of people go and have a look from outside and all that and all. Like some of these patrakars give a call to the landline and someone says, "Ha," and all that. They record and go around saying, "Oh, we had a talk with him, bungalow people and things like that." That is small, 2 minutes fame. That is all nothing. But then he's there. He's highly vulnerable. And he, all the time, our extradition treaty is harping upon bringing. For example, when General Musharraf and our Deputy Prime Minister, Mr. L.K. Advani, they met in Agra, the first question asked was, why are you not handing over Dawood Ibrahim? Yeah. And there are many attempts by various people who would like to eliminate him. Because if anyone does anything to him, they will become a hero in this country. Because people just don't like him. Because he did that biggest terrorism attack on 12th March 1993. From 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 12 blasts took place. How many people died? 257 died, 857 got injured, hundreds of crores worth of property. For example, your Sea Rock has gone. Where is Sea Rock now? That is because of the blast. Bombay Stock Exchange was attempted.
What was the root cause in his heart to be a part of that bomb blast?
See, the people allegedly went and said that we have to have a barabari between Hindus and Muslims because there was a riot after December 6th. The Muslims came out because Babri Masjid fell down and that was quelled by the police. And after 15 days, the other party went into a rampage and then there was problem. Then the Muslims thought we have to bring some equality and they have to do certain thing. They went and met him and they met him in Dubai and there was a meeting in Persian Darbar in Panvel and various things like that. He arranged to deliver those goods at Digi port. That was brought. One additional commissioner, Somanath Thapa, was the one who was bribed to help in bringing all these things. I told you earlier, Taskari, bringing weapons and narcotics and various things like that. He did that. Yes.
Religiously flew.
I will not say anything good about him. He's evil personified. No Indian would ever say anything good about him.
When the police gets intel that a riot is about to begin, what is the police
They
protocol?
mop up all the gangsters, they go and raid all places and recover all the illegal weapons and then they take all precautions. They arrest lot of people and put them behind the bars. When the intel is there, the police cannot ignore that and allow things. But in our country, 1970, 1984, huge riot, Moradabad riots if you can read. Oh my God. Oh, Bhiwandi, we had 2 riots, 1970 and 1984. 1970 had Sholapur, Jalgaon, Bhiwandi, so many places. So these were huge riots where hundreds and thousands of people were done. Property was blown up and all. But those things are not happening in the last quite a few years. For example, 1995, 1999 was the coalition government of BJP and Shiv Sena. Manohar Joshi Saab and Gopinath Munde was the Home Minister. That's where I was joined CP Crime. Oh, they had a different approach to all these things. No riot, no nothing.
Can there be riots now?
No.
Not at all.
No. Intel is superior and the Irada is superior and the government and the people and the police and others would not brook any nonsense in this field.
Okay. Back to Dawood Ibrahim, sir.
Yeah.
Because that's the overarching conversation. My question is on a psychological human level. You're saying that he took part in the 93 blasts because of some angle of communal tension of that time, right? What was his intention behind his whole career? Was it pure evil, chase for
No,
power?
he was pure evil because he was in Dubai. His brother was there, Noura, then Anis and various others in Dubai. They were doing various businesses. They were running hotel and they were running narcotics business, gold business. Gold was the biggest thing. Dubai being a free port, you can buy in tons and send it to Mumbai. There's a famous silver ingot case in Vadrai village in Thane village, Vasai Virar. So they brought ingots of silver and they drowned in the sea, and the villagers went and take it away. They surrounded the village and beat them and collected it. And there's so many stories where all these people were having an upper hand over things. But then he is now, as I told you, he's become old. Yes. He's got some medical issues, as they say. I have no confirmation to say.
I'm sure over 49 years of police service, you obviously understand the world of crime extremely deeply. But I am 200% sure that you understand human journeys as well.
Yeah, very much. Very
Right?
much.
Just natural outcome of
I
rage.
would sum up the crime in 4 buckets. Fear. I create fear in you. Like, I'm giving you example. FedEx. आपका नाम पे brown sugar आया है, किसने भेजा पता नहीं, but I'm going to file a case against you. Some policeman says, NCB says, and then you pay. One lady allegedly has paid 25 crores over 2 months of time. She has never committed any crime.
Oh God.
Mumbai, fear. Next is lust. People remove their clothes, they do video and then show, सबको बता देंगे and all that. Lust. Greed, doubling and घर में बैठे काम करते करते आप 1 लाख कमाओ. Who will give, no? Like that. Anger is another reason. These are the 4 triggers to commit crimes. Anger, hatred crime, like I tell you, hatred, provoke people to commit crime, create anger, insufficiency.
Which of the 4 categories applies to Dawood Ibrahim the most?
This Dawood Ibrahim, that is that, greed, unlimited greed of earning money. Then, of course, lust and the other one is frightening people, no? All 3 things will come.
Lust from what angle?
Lust is getting anybody and to subjugate them. All rapes are done for what? That is to show superiority, that I can subjugate you to treat you like that, Rape is that, right? Where you take a person and then violate and show that I'm superior. I got either physical power, money power, or a political power. I can violate and get away with it. That's lust.
Okay. We don't usually hear rape associated with Dawood Ibrahim.
No.
But he's been a part of it.
Yeah, we'd be happy to have all the women who used to go. There was a folklore in that time. All cinema actors used to go, and then they would meet, and then they will come back next day with a lot of gifts, All those gifts they will bring. Customs people would have a good time in stripping them and collecting all those things and doing all those things. There was a time when all these things happened.
This is 90s?
In 90s, yeah.
So actresses would fly to Dubai and come back.
Actresses, anybody, whoever catches the fancy.
You think it still happens?
Of course, until the last woman and man is there on earth, Ranveer, this prostitution and subjugating, rape and other things is bound to be there. Yeah. And do you think we'll all become benign one day? No chance.
What's a crime that you witnessed in 49 years of service that bothered you a bit?
See, anything to do with the lowest level of people who can't defend themselves. See, for example, the shootouts in all these years, where they had no weapon, these people go and shoot out anybody.
What do you mean lowest level?
Huh?
Like lowest financial level?
Lowest strata. People who can't defend them. That is where the constitution and the law and the police comes now, Ranveer. Police is supposed to give you the push and the power and the backup that any gunda cannot come into your flat and beat you up and go. The police is supposed to take care of you. That is where the empathy and sympathy for those people. So anything where, for example, a child is going on the rampage and doing that in a Jopatpatti and not getting caught, my heart will go out to them. Until it is detected, I can't sleep. Same thing about this one woman from Kalyan I had seen in the TV when I was joint CP, that I make food for my husband at 4 o'clock in the morning and he goes at 5:30. डब्बा लेके जाता है ट्रेन में, वो वापस आएगा कि नहीं मुझे पता नहीं है, ऐसा बोला था. That triggered all the sympathy, empathy for me, that I am responsible for her husband's return, safe return. That is where my strategy started. We controlled the mafia. Yeah. That is what triggered. Yeah.
What's the situation with crime in 2025 in Mumbai now?
Today it is all economic offences and more of a soft kind of a thing where money, no blood is flowing now, no?
So white collar crime?
White collar crime. Yes, white collar crime. More of cyber crime also. That is also, if you call it as white collar crime, that is also. So easily, baita koi bhi kahin bhi karta hai, and nobody is able to detect and catch and recover. I told you the figure. In India, what is registered and told to you is 22,292 crores. But what not has been reported, not has been recovered, not have been told, could be much more.
10x?
You can say any X, that's not a big deal. But then here there is no blood, there is no oozing, no knife, no guns. Correct? Like for example, the Jamtara serial you have seen. They go on calling, take SIM card, drop it, they do it, call you, call that. If in a 10 cases, one fas gaya and they take 3 lakhs, 4 lakhs, 5 lakhs, it's profit for them.
What is a white collar crime?
White collar crime is where let us say fraud, tax evasion, money laundering, and various things like that, where there is no blood and no chaku, no weapon, and nothing like that.
But who are the criminals in this case? Is it the rich?
The rich, the educated and the rich and the people. All this, say for example, this bank, you borrow 26,000 crores and you become NPA and you don't give, go away abroad, or all those, the names. So that is the white collar crime. There are a lot of people who borrow money from the banks now also. Something like 10 lakh crores is NPA 1 year before. 10 lakh crores NPA. And the banks are not able to recover. Yeah.
And this is the most active crime in a city like Mumbai or urban India.
This is not the most active crime. There can be any other crime also. But then this is a place where maximum amount of money is involved. And people are taking profiteering and then they use it for any other purpose.
So what's the police's protocol to deal with white collar crimes?
You go to EOW, they register a case and seize all the registers and then they investigate, charge sheet, they do all those things. Yeah, it takes time. EOW deserves more manpower, chartered accountants, forensic audit and more wherewithal. So they need that.
The cops in our country look at Vijay Mallya as a white collar criminal today.
Yeah, as long as the cases are there, as long as the cases are not closed, that will be in dormant file, and anytime when they get a chance, will get more evidence, they will definitely charge sheet the case if he is available in the country.
So is it likely that nothing will happen?
We can't say that. I don't want to be a pessimist. I'm an optimist. Padgas kya bola tha? He said, I will pay you 9,000 crores back to you and then don't trouble me. That's what he said. Right? Is that right?
Yes.
He said that. But nothing. He didn't pay. Nobody took. And then the matter remains the same. Police will do on mutual legal assistance treaty. That is extradition. Go to the court and prove it beyond a shadow of doubt in London. Bring him and take him for trial. They're trying to bring Mehul Chokshi. They're trying to bring Nirav Modi. Like that. When that happens, all this will happen. Yeah.
Is it difficult coordinating with, say, the British government?
No, they are dealing with the British government. That is why we have that MLAT. MLAT is Mutual Legal Assistance Treaty. But you have to go to the court. Our lawyers cannot go and argue there because they are not authorized to appear in the court. Their lawyers, QC, Queen's Counsel, you have to employ and they argue and then they... In the lower court, they did get many times. For example, Nadeem, Gulshan Kumar case, we did win in the lower court. In the higher court, they didn't give it and he stayed back. That is from 1995. Same with Vijay Mallya also. No? Sometimes the lower court gives, sometimes the higher court doesn't give in appeal. So it's a ding-dong battle. Yeah.
Okay. What have we planned next? Yes, sir. I
Isn't
think
that Kareem Lala.
this is a great point to begin the actual story of Mumbai crime.
Correct. He is the one who was there in Kareem. You see the movies, where they portray these guys like Mumbai, Once Upon a Time and all. They show these people doing code, that Mujra and various others and all. Benign, they ejected him by using violence. This Dawood Ibrahim, Chota young fellows. They were not very happy with this benign old way of handling things.
He preceded Haji Mastan, right? He was before Haji
Mastan.
Mastan.
The beginning of beginning.
So what was the deal with Pathan immigration into Mumbai? Pashtuns had
They
migrated
had
into...
come long before.
Okay.
During the British time, they used to be lending money in Tamil Nadu and all. Pathans were known for lending money, and they used to wear that colorful clothes, and they will come. In Tamil, it is called E.T. Karan, no? E.T. means javelin kind of a thing.
Oh.
Then E.T. Karan they used to call. They will come and then collect money. They collected extra usurious kind of rent, interest, and things like that.
I mean, generally, and this is based on my interactions with Pashtun people.
Correct. See, when many came like that, one or two only turned to crime. This guy, others all lived their own normal life. So, given a chance, 10,000, 20,000 people were in Mumbai. Others did their own jobs, whatever. Like Iranis came, started Irani shops. If one of them turned out to be criminal, what can you do about it? He is that one odd man.
So, Kareem Lala, what kind of crimes was he involved in?
What kind of?
Crimes?
Same protection for prostitution, protection for gambling, protection for smuggling, and all the... See, wherever money flows in a big way, organized crime finds a place there. Whatever it is. Tomorrow, even selling oxygen, if oxygen is not available, they will do black marketing, like gas cylinder nahi available hai. People used to cry, during COVID time. Then that remdesivir was not available.
Sure.
It was sold for 6 times more. So that is a smuggling kind of thing. They bring and sell at a higher price. Wherever there is humongous money, then these guys used to move it. That is organized crime.
इनके बारे में कुछ और बताइए सर, जो लोग नहीं जानते कि करीम लाला कौन है, आप पुलिस पर्सपेक्टिव दीजिए.
Kareem Lala is the oldest criminal who had certain different values, the modern type of... see, like Dawood Ibrahim brought guns and various other things. They shot each other, multiple players, like Ahmedabad here, Iqbal Pathan, various others. His own brother-in-law was shot and various others. His own sister was involved in that and various things like that. But these guys avoided bloodshed wherever it was possible. He was trying to bring certain amount of patch up between various youngsters who are into gangsterism, like Dawood Ibrahim, various. His own nephew, Samad Khan, was shot dead in the petrol pump in Baikala. So that is where the gang war started. Then they had to do somebody else for belonging to the other gang. So that is the time in 1984, Dawood Ibrahim went away to Dubai.
Gotcha.
In that kind of cases.
Very important key question. This is based on what I have understood about the whole Mumbai Underworld. It probably existed the way it did because we had only recently gotten independence from the British in 1947. So when a country becomes independent, it takes some time for the governance to stabilize, for the bureaucracy to stabilize. And that leaves loopholes for criminals to come up and take over unorganized sectors. Is this a very rudimentary analysis or is it accurate?
It is very rudimentary because that time also they had all those jamindars and various others who will come on a goda and then whip people, collect all those taxes. The movie you have seen, Lagan and things like that. So the organized crime was there at the time. They used to give those areas to various people. They used to collect that tax, which is very, very, very inhuman way of collecting taxes and things like that. They used to pick up all the women on the horseback and take them and have sex with them and throw them away and things like that. So that was in a different format.
You're talking about British era or?
British era, before independence I'm talking. You said after independence, all these things came up with a format and all. No, earlier also it was there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you think the British consciously left these loopholes to keep the country chaotic?
See, they had their own strategies. They had themselves did a lot of atrocities on our own people because they were very few in number and they had to control a large amount of the army, police, various others. They had various laws where their superiority was accepted, acknowledged and acted upon. So one Britisher as a regent or with 100 men in any place like Satara or Nagpur would be ruling a place, no? So all others except that one person and the 100 people, regent and others, were all Indians. For example, Jallianwala Bagh, except General Dyer, all others were Indian policemen only who fired multiple thousands of rounds and killed all the Indians, no? But they retaliated and okay, let us shoot this General Dyer. He was sitting in the horse. So that attitude was not there. So that is where these people did their way of life. They brought the zamindari system and various other systems where these fellows, Indians themselves, can go on the horseback and all those things and do atrocities on the poor people, collect money and pay to the British.
The seeds of India's underworld were laid by the British.
No, you can't say that.
No?
These are all economic opportunities which people see and then take to crime like that.
I mean, but the
we
British-
can't blame everything on these British.
But they could have stopped it, right?
No. That was part of their rule. That is not part of the crime. That part of the rule where ruthlessly they did these things to people to subjugate the Indians so that they, like for example, that 1860 Sipai mutiny or Indian first war of independence. They came and they fought, they were shot, then they killed thousands of, hundreds of British army officers, their wives and things like that. You hear that the first independence war, 1857. Yeah. This cannot be said they were part of organized crime. No. That is part of ruling in a ruthless way.
It might be a little surface level thing to say, but I imagine an alternative history timeline where the Marathas and the Sikhs defeat the British and then prevent the rise of organized crime in India also.
Somehow I am not able to give credit to those rulers for having sown the seeds of organized crime. Organized crime was there, but then they were doing it with the authority of the rulers on the horseback, with the weapons, with the elephants and things like that.
You'd say nature of that century was organized crime? Like, because that's what we were seeing in
that
places.
is part of the ruling. See, today, this organized crime is not part of the ruling elite. That was part of the ruling elite with ruthlessly a few number of people holding ransom of crores of people. They looted all the money. We at once upon a time were 37% of the GDP in the world. You read a book called Anarchy by William Dalrymple. Then they left us at 1.5% to 2% when they left. So that is a loot. If you call that organized crime by East India Company, perhaps you are right.
Then that's what I'm calling it. An organized crime by the East India Company.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm thinking also of Yakuza, the mafia in the USA, the mafia in Europe, in Italy. Do you think that the Mumbai Underworld were inspired by all these syndicates all over the world? And is this the nature of the last century?
See, they could have been inspired by all these things, but it's very fact that they adopted all the technology where the guns and others were used and all that is all part of the folklore. But then they did have a precedence in Chicago where the territories were given. Godfather, if you see Godfather, all those things were there. The Great Train robbery and things like that. So these are all crimes which were committed. People watched and they... Yakuza, I want to tell you, it is not that this type of Dawood Ibrahim type of group. That is a officially well-known group of people who would do things with the government where you approach them and get it done.
As in?
Yakuza is not where people they go and kill anybody, shoot and do organized crime and all. Yakuza is an organized crime syndicate where they will go smoothen things and get things done from the government for a fee.
Muscle men of the government.
Whatever it is, yeah. But then they are not the ones where they are going to, like in Japan, there is no organized crime as of now where they go and shoot people, kill people, collect extortion. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है.
Yeah.
Yakuza is a organized crime where they can smoothly work with the government and get things done for a fee, corporates and various others.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Whereas the American mafia, all blood and shoot and kill and all that. You've seen Godfather.
Yes, sir.
Sicily mafia, the various other mafias, dons of syndicates of drugs, prostitution, so many things like that. Yeah. That was a different folklore altogether.
Do Indian dons exist today?
Yeah, they exist in different format.
Who's an Indian don?
No, I don't want to give you the names, but anybody who is making humongous amount of money in an illegal way is an Indian don. Yeah. They may not be shooting people and putting a knife around the throat and getting from the pocket they're taking. But in other ways, if they are in an illegal way, in a not above board way, if anybody is doing, they are the economic offences dons, I must say.
Has the nature of smuggling changed?
Yes. It changes as per the economic policies of the government. For For example, during Morarji Desai, he brought that prohibition policy, Mumbai and Gujarat. So plenty of liquor. So, for example, Bihar has become a prohibition area for the election by Mr. Nitish Kumar. Plenty of smuggling of liquor goes into that, thousands of crores. Now, online gaming has been banned by the government. Then plenty of people will do online gaming illegally and pay money through various things.
Wow.
So, these are all depending. Gold Control Act, Rent Control Act. These are all the provocations for varieties of crimes, mafia crimes, that time.
So you're saying that the nature of smuggling changes based on the government at the time?
When you were not born, when I was a young fellow, 80, 82 and all that, there was Casio watches used to be in a big thing. The transistor, kaan mein dal ke jo cricket sunte the. So I saw small things, 2-in-1. All the Keralites will bring 2-in-1 and sell here. 2-in-1 is that transistor cum tape recorder. They were all, in Sindhudurg, I was SP in 1980-82. Listen to me. So in the sand, they used to bring in the boat and they used to bury in the sand and go. I went and recovered. The whole thing, box is full of Casio watches, Casio, various things like that,
A lot of money for that time.
See, listen, whatever there is a demand, the supply meets it. I hope you appreciate what I'm telling you. Today you want narcotics, heroin chahiye, methylene chahiye, met chahiye, whatever you want, children all want to know that. It is given by the gangsters, right? Wherever the children require such drugs, they are supplied.
Okay. Let's break down this topic of smuggling first. One simple question for you is, what is smuggling?
Smuggling is where, against the law of the land, certain prohibited items called contraband are brought here and sold beyond the purview of the law.
Okay.
Yeah.
At a premium.
Obviously, without profit, who will? It is not a social service.
But it's a huge premium.
Huge premium depending upon the demand and supply, no, Ranveer?
Now you mentioned something about online gaming. You're saying that because the government has banned Dream 11 and all these companies, now there's still a demand for online gaming. And that supply might be met through smugglers.
Yeah.
Like
Smugglers, nahi. Whoever is providing online games through various other, they have to take some time to work it out. For example, you have this gaming business in the Goa, the ships and all that, they go and play, casinos.
Right.
No? They brought it to Goa and other places like Nepal. They have casinos. Sri Lanka have casinos. In the same way, this online gaming, which has been prohibited by our government, there is a need. People want to play gambling, right? What did Yudhishthir and Duryodhana do? There was a need. They played gambling. So that is there in your system. So that to satisfy that, something or the other will come where the government will not get the money, but the gangsters, whoever is running this racket, will get the money.
Again, this is your 49 years of experience speaking, sir. Why doesn't the government consult with you before making a
They
law?
have to be going on certain principles and policies to win the election. For example, Mr. Nitish Kumar had to take the support of all the women voters before 5 years, and he declared prohibition in Bihar. Disastrously, so many people drank hooch and died. Hundreds of them died. Truckload of liquor. For example, in Gujarat, you go everywhere, you'll get all liquors. People, folklore is that you ask for liquor, you get it. You have to have a license, perhaps. A doctor saying you need to have a drink. Things like that. With that, you can ask for a liquor and you get it. So, these are all the places where the money flow takes place.
I mean, why not just leave it legal and have it regulated?
Control. They see, their main problem is in Tamil Nadu, some 47 people, 67 people died by committing suicide. They went beyond the limit. They borrowed money and then
For
played
gaming,
and all that.
you're saying.
So psychologically, they were disturbed. And then, of course, these companies were all counseling them, telling them, taking off them. They were banning them. They did whatever they can do, whatever benignly they can do. But then when things happened like that, the government banned online games with the intention of stopping the money laundering, then terrorist financing, and reasons like that.
Online gaming was linked to money laundering and terrorist financing. How is that?
Read that preamble of the law. That is why they brought this.
But a big company like Dream 11 or My 11 Circle.
See, listen, Dream 11 or any company, they do under certain parameters, they play games. You get into that and you borrow money from everywhere and you play loose. And somebody is telling you are going to win, you are going to win, you are going to win the next game. And you borrow and all that. And then when things go beyond a certain level, you psychologically get disturbed, you commit suicide. In Tamil Nadu, a lot of people, at least a few dozen people committed suicide in the last 1 year.
So, but once you've banned these apps, you're saying that now it'll come up in an
It is
illegal way.
like water finding its own level, no, Ranveer?
But so what is worse? What leads to worse? Leaving it
See,
legal?
if you ask me narcotics consumption, what is right? Can I say that little bit you give under protection, doctor gives you prescription, you take that much? It doesn't happen. It happens like that in the beginning. Later, the guys will start craving for narcotic substance and they will do anything. Go and get it there.
Sure. Are you in favor of the apps getting banned?
If you can enforce law in majesty and see that this gaming thing as a disease is taken care of, I am in this thing. But if it is going to result in an illegal activity where more and more control is lost, and for example, your hooch, your liquor,
Sure.
Officially quality oriented things are available, you drink and you live or die or whatever it is, but that because it is not there, you go and drink anything with the battery powder put in and all that, it gives a immediate kick. People die, hundreds of them die, poisoned kind of liquor. In Bihar, so many people have died.
Okay.
So in the online game also, the ones who are addicted, the ones who are used, they are not going to go off the habit.
Yeah.
Like even in a custody where a narcotics addict is brought, he gets into withdrawal symptoms. He's going to die in the lockup. So somehow people gave him a little bit of a thing to keep him alive under this thing. We don't want a death in custody. So like that.
Okay. One of the popular topics that a lot of young people speak about now is cannabis, marijuana.
Same I told you about narcotics, whether heroin
Yeah.
or heroin or meth. I told you about meth.
Yeah.
What is that other thing? Ecstasy and those tablets. All those things. I gave a benign example of remdesivir when COVID time.
Sure.
So, whole idea of smuggling, Ranveer, is that there is a demand which is higher and the supply which is lower. So, this one is sold 6 times, 10 times more. Today, the biggest can and all is very price-wise less. What is more is that ecstasy, the pill, the coke, the other thing, heroin,
Right.
brown sugar. Brown sugar, what people get is completely mixed, The original one is very expensive. I don't think, except this few luxurious people in Mumbai, others can't afford.
Yeah. So, I mean,
Pudi they call,
Yeah.
Pudi is so cheap.
I'm
Mixed with ash.
You're talking about right now.
No. I'm
Weed
talking
pudding.
about the powder.
Okay.
The powder. Brown sugar or any such thing where people put it and they karte hain na wo.
Does that money go to gangsters or terrorists?
Yeah, it would. See, terrorists, that's a governmental way of looking at issues. It does. They do. Even demonetization was considered terrorist financing and they did demonetization. So everything we can go, even banking, finance, various other things, or cyber crime, all these things can go to terrorism financing. All that is a separate thing. But this kind of an income would enable them to buy more and more and establish their business, pay corruption to various agencies, NCB, police, various others, and strengthen themselves, right? So that is the first stage. Afterwards, when 3,000 kilos was brought in some port, and that is 27,000 crores worth, and some Visakhapatnam guys from through Chennai, they ordered and brought and things like that, that is a different ball game.
Oh, you're not talking about weed.
Oh, no. I'm talking about the serious stuff, more expensive stuff. Like 3,000 kilos worth 27,000. Weed is not that much, no?
Do you think the government should legalize marijuana?
Government, anything can happen on a scientific reason, on papers, analysis, scientific data. Usme the call can be taken by the government.
I think medical marijuana use started in India, as far as I know. You can actually legally buy it from e-commerce websites now if you have a medical prescription. Now, this is the same thing that happened in USA 30 years ago.
Listen. Pethidine is a given on medical thing. On prescription you can take. A lot of people take pethidine. A lot of people drink that Benadryl. There is a cough syrup. There is a senior police officer in one of the states, ADGP rank. He got addicted. He went on pleading with the constable, leke aao. They said, no, you are getting... He died of it. So withdrawal symptoms, when you don't get what you... So, ye hota hai. What you are talking is a different class. But I'm talking about small things. Like Vicks Vapor Up, that one, people have that. Then people, any shortcut for a kick, they have it. They have it. Particularly people living in the slums, they want to have a shortcut thing. They don't worry about what all you are talking. Marijuana, this one, that one. No, they have other easy access, small time things.
Does India have a human trafficking?
India has human trafficking. Big thing. It's a big problem.
What's happening, sir? And is Mumbai one of the hubs in the supply chain of human trafficking?
Wherever there is a demand. For example, there was a time when from Dubai and UAE, all the old people will come to Hyderabad and marry small girls and take them away. You've read in the press, or you're too young for that. So that kind of a thing. So all this flow of need and the availability used to be always adjusting like that. So why do they take these people, you tell me? For example, latest one technology you can say, cyber slaves. They are taken to Vietnam and Myanmar and all. They are beaten up. They are made to do cyber crime. That is a human trafficking. Girls, boys, small children, they can be taken for begging. Cut the hand and put them on the begging. They were thrown on the roads and they come in the evening, they collect all that. So women can be kidnapped for prostitution. All these people, elderly men from UAE, will come and marry Hyderabad-based young girls. Very nubile young girls. Marry and take them away.
Old?
Huh?
How old?
How old? Below 18, obviously. Below 18, obviously. All that was happening. That is the human trafficking thing. The other human trafficking is going into other countries. You know, the boat people who used to go to other immigration, that is another way of human trafficking. Yeah. Like going to USA, going to any other. You've seen people going in boat, capsizing, dying. Donkey.
Yeah.
I have not seen the movie, but I appreciate the subject. That is human trafficking only.
What's the reality in 2025, sir?
Reality is people are paying more and more money for going to golden lands. But then the reality of the other small time people getting into crime by way of prostitution, losing their eye or ear or hand or chopping off and all that is also reality.
It's still happening.
It is happening, but then you will have to check the numbers, whether how much it's happening and things.
Where are these human beings found? The ones who are to be trafficked? It's usually villages?
Wherever there is poverty, wherever there is Jopudapatti slums like Hyderabad or any place where they want to sell a child for 2,000 rupees or 1,000 rupees, that is the place where the human trafficking takes place. Of course, rich people pay 45 lakhs and go to USA with the Mundikat passport. Oh, alag cheez hai. I'm talking about human trafficking at that level.
So poverty is a breeding ground for human
Poverty is breeding ground for disposal of these children they have been produced and they have been there. Instead of becoming a liability, they palm them off and make some money. That's it.
And these kids end up where? In one of the cities?
They end up in maximum abroad or India or cities. For example, if you go to Kamatipura, you will see all the girls from all the states. Our clients will go and ask for certain people. They all get them. Like Bengali, Kannadiga, Telugu, Tamil, Nepali, all that kind of things. They are all assembled there.
Would it be dangerous for me to go and document something in Kamatipura?
No, go and take the police help with the official thing and then get it done. Yeah, it's possible. Okay. But then take the police their permission in writing and ask them to come with you and go without trying to needle anybody and get exposed and things like that. What is the purpose for which you are doing? If that is clear, somebody is not like that organized crime top chap is not in danger, then you are not in danger.
Little difficult topic this is.
Yes.
It's difficult for you also, I'm sure.
No, it's not difficult for me. I'm telling you all the truth.
I mean, anything related to pedophilia or, children being used in...
Plenty.
Very
Poxo, pedophilia and all is a plenty case. During my time when I was joint CP, some British couple were found in Colaba and we made out a case and then we got them convicted also.
Oh my God.
Pedophilia. For example, even having that small children on your mobile phone as a pornography picture, anybody else, adult woman is all right, no crime is made out. But if it happens to be a 18 and below child, you are liable for legal action.
This pedophilia has been a problem over the last 50 years or so in India.
It is an issue happening since time immemorial, Ranveer. 2000 years before pedophilia was there. How much awareness was there? How much of statistics was there? How much of law was there? How much was, the king, the karta of the family was doing it, and people overlooked because he is the, I hope you understand what I'm saying.
No, you're saying it's a human trait
Yes.
to be evil, and this form of evil arises.
Prostitution, gambling, then drinking, all these things are common traits which has been going on for hundreds and thousands of years.
Is it the rich who are usually the villains in these
No.
situations? It can
It
be.
is the poor also. There's pedophilia cases. Even poor people are doing pedophilia. Yes, it is across the lines. You can't blame for everything the rich people only. It is across the lines. In the families happening, don't go deep into that, which family, who and all that. Pedophilia happens inside a family also. Joint families where small children are there. I know a lot of people who are adults of my age now. At the age of 5, somebody used to creep into the bed and use that boy for sex. And the fellows, all the children who have grown into adults are terribly afraid of those incidents which happen. People live to tell you the truth. And there are all varieties of rich, poor, middle class, all that. The pedophilia inside the family, like kaka, chacha, mama, grandfather, father, all those people are accused. 97% of the rape belonging to all ages, the accused is known to the victim.
How does one do a rescue operation to rescue kids from these human trafficking?
Kids, if they are there and if you have information and if you go to the police, they will definitely help you. Go to the deputy commissioner of the area, give it to him and confidentially, and definitely they will be duty bound to help you.
What about the kids who are trafficked?
Unfortunate that when they're removed and taken away, where will they be rehabilitated? Will the families keep them? They will come back to the same place. Where will they be accommodated? Who will? All the homes, child homes and various other destitute homes. There itself, if there is a lot of exploitation of this variety, then they would go back.
Oh my God.
There are a lot of factors in that. I hope you understand.
Yeah.
So it is not as 2 plus 2 is 4. It is not that.
Yeah. Okay.
Depressing it is. For you, I can see you are running into depression. Yeah,
I almost want to switch the topic because I'm trying to approach everything from a solution-oriented perspective. But this just
solution is simple, Ranveer. The police and the government and others, if they pay attention. There is a officer in Telangana, a very fantastic officer. You can take him on the podcast with the help. His name is Mr. Mahesh Bhagwat. He is additional DG Law and Order in Telangana. I'll share the number later. He is an authority. He has done yeoman service in kidnapping and this human trafficking cases. United Nations have approved and appreciated him. Yes.
Okay. Let's switch the topic. Let's talk about your book.
Yeah.
It's loosely based on a lot of the things we've spoken about today as well.
Yes, it is not loosely based, it's strongly based. Yeah.
A lot of the things we've spoken about.
Correct.
What have you tried putting into the book?
I put into the book as saying that the Mumbai police, when the leadership changed, what was a malaise running into hundreds of years, and the crime was making Mumbai into a Beirut. They, given the leadership by Mr. R.H. Mendonca or Mr. M.N. Singh or me and various others, they put down the crime. Earlier, they were accused of harboring certain crime, like one group was supporting one, another was supporting another. When the leadership was given, I was a joint CP and he was the CP, Mr. Mendonca was the CP. When given the leadership of him and me, they all came together and eliminated the mafia, which resulted from 101 shootouts of businessmen in 98. Then it became 99 is 48. Half, then next year was 26, next year was 12, and 2002 to now it is 0. That taste of the pudding is in the eating. So my book extols the virtue of not me and not any particular leader. It extols the virtue of all the policemen who are much maligned and who are talked about all loosely and all that. But then they have done the job provided you give them the direction.
It's a clean-up case study.
And what are the strategies you used in that was the book all about. Yes.
Do you want to shed any light on this?
I can share. MCOCA, a new law made in 1999 where we arrested Bharat Shah and he was behind bars for a long time. He got convicted also is one. Where Chori Chori Chupke Chupke, the two director and one more person got 6 years. We arrested one more sitting judge called J.W. Singh. He was there for 28 months. And then he was a serving judge, but then it got acquitted on a small technical thing. But then these are the Milind Vaidya was second time shot by a gangster called Azizuddin by Dawood Ibrahim Chota Shakil gang. He used a AK-47 in a Maruti car where Hinduja ka samne wo gali mein he was sitting on the side footpath having his coat. 3 of the people courtiers were dead. He got injured and he got killed also. But then that is the first case we made on MCOCA. Within 1 year of 12 months, we got them all hanging. Hanging, doesn't happen. It all converted into life sentence. They got a collective fine of 1 crore 5 lakhs. So this kind of a demonstration had a salutary effect on the gangsters.
These gangsters are currently behind bars?
Yeah.
And they've stayed behind bars for 25 years-ish now.
25 years or whatever it is. Either they are there or, for example, your guy, Subhash Singh Thakur, he is behind the bars. This was 1992 JJ Hospital shootout.
How are these guys behind bars? What is their reality like now?
Reality is they live comfortably in the jail and they run this operation, Kana Pina ke liye chalta hai type. Then they have access to some communication devices and they run there comfortably. It actually means they get good protection from the other forces, outside forces.
They're safer in jail than outside.
Sometimes it happens like that, yes.
And they are currently still making money?
Enough to lead a comfortable life.
Enough for their families?
Enough for themselves, family, even their foot soldiers.
Wow.
Yeah. They have to run the gang now.
Through all those...
They have to pay monthly maintenance allowance to the foot soldiers. Mobile phones, bikes, various things like that, operations.
Okay. So within...
I met one gangster inside the jail. I asked, how is it happening? He said, sir, chai pani ke liye chalta hai, like that he was telling me.
But does their character change?
No. Once they are into this, they don't change at all. These are all folklore and cinema and drama and things like that. They're acting. They do act that they have changed, they are very good and all that. I know a gangster who was sitting under my feet with the thing for 4.5 hours. He said, sir, when I come out, I'll help you in various ways, this way, that way and all. But he's always the same. Ruthless killers, no? Ruthless killers.
You think the reality and lives of Mumbai's police officers has become easier over time?
Yeah, the shootouts are not there. No? Now, earlier shootouts were happening at 9:30 in the night. Then you go all the way back again whole night. I used to do hundreds of such things because it happened, 101 in my 98, 99, 2000. 101, 48, 26, 13. So I visited all the cases and only in the nights they will be shooting them. Except rarely Kata was shot in the morning while he was going to office. Taqiyuddin Wahid was shot while he was going back from his office to home, 9:30. So like that.
Have women played a role in the world of Indian crime?
Yes, the gangsters, a lot of them are there. Hasina Parker is one of them. And Chota Mota in Gujarat, there is a movie. So many movies are there. Movies have come about women being the dons.
Yeah.
This
is Hasina Parker, right?
The right one is Hasina Parker.
After Dawood left for Dubai, she was running his Mumbai operations, right?
Yes. So many others were also running. His own brother, Iqbal Kaskar, who is there, he was arrested by the Thana police. He got a complete acquittal. He has come back. He's running his, consolidating his small whatever happening. He's doing it.
Where is he now?
She's no more.
Where is Iqbal?
Where is he? He stays in Pakmodia Street in his house.
In Pakistan?
In Mumbai.
In Mumbai?
Bindi Bazaar.
He's still there?
Iqbal Kaskar is a free man. He's staying there. With his own protection, he's staying there. Police had arrested him recently. He got a complete acquittal in the court. He has gone home. Why you are shocked? It's a legal process. Yeah.
Okay. And he's still running the businesses.
Yeah.
Wow.
Whatever business, I can't say this and all. Whatever is assigned to him, whatever is possible, he's doing it, whatever.
Yeah. When the Russia-Ukraine war broke out, all the oligarchs were also targeted. Putin's sidekicks were also targeted. So Roman Abramovich, who is one of the bigger oligarchs who owned Chelsea Football Club, he was poisoned. There was a big poisoning attempt against him.
Navalny, Navalny.
I
He
think
is the one who was poisoned. He was given an injection in the German flight. He got down there, got cured. He went there. They went to Siberia. They took him to Siberia where he died.
okay. Yeah, I think a poisoning attempt was made on Roman as well, but
Yeah.
he didn't die.
Yeah.
Do poisoning attempts happen in this criminal underworld?
Not to my knowledge in this country.
Okay.
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Gotcha.
Not yet. Where you can have a machete and then go and hack people. Easily they can walk in here and hack people and go. Why will they do this poisoning and all that? They're too sophisticated. They can go on fire, like movies. That is an easy option.
Ours is more...
Like I told you that JJ Hospital, where AK-47 leke jaake pura 657 rounds he fired. 7 policemen were there. 6 cops and 1 sub-inspector was there.
Okay. Atharv has pulled up another photo.
This is that Subhash Singh Thakur, no? This is a guy I was talking about 1992 JJ Hospital shootout. And then he went and took political thing with Delhi, that various MPs, Sharma and various others. So like that, he is one of those biggest terrorists. He was Ghatkopar. He had his one another Dubai-based fellow. He was his partner. He will change from here to there and all that. He is in Gujarat.
Jail? Yeah.
That same JJ Hospital shootout.
How he's been in jail for 25, 30 years.
2000 August was the time where I got the conviction. Hanging in the court, but then he went in appeal and got a life sentence. Life sentence ke andar ye hota hoga.
Did you interact with him at all?
Definitely. Whenever we dealt with them as criminals for a case, yes.
Seems like he's at peace here.
See, listen, they all buy peace by paying money. You see the movie Black Warrant in Netflix, where man Shiv Gupta, one prisoner, has written about Charles Shobraj having a good time, cake, poison, everybody faints and go away. They made a movie called Zende, Madhukar Zende and all that now. So, in the jail, there is a new, separate ecosystem.
Was that guy a psycho? This guy?
All gangsters who go and barge into places where kill innocent people with whom they had none of dushmani, they are all psychos only. Yeah. He had nothing to do with those people, Haldankar and the policeman who were shot, JJ Hospital shot. That's the last big crime he had done. Of course.
Little power trip. Those same 4 reasons that you spoke about.
Yeah. Greed, lust, power trip. Power trip is with the gun in the hat. These are all, not him. He's from Varanasi, Devriya and places like that. But if we talk about the displaced mill workers' sons, poverty trip. And then it became into power trip when they had access to gun and a motorcycle and a girlfriend.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay. Moving on. Who is this, sir?
He is Varadarajan Mudaliyar. Nayakan movie was made, Our Kamal Hassan acted as him. He is supposed to be the Robin Hood. He helped all South Indians in Matunga, that Pandal and various things like that.
Tamil Don.
Tamil Don. And one more is that Haji Mastan.
Yeah.
I have not met these guys. They were before I came.
This is Haji Mastan's era?
Yeah.
Same era.
Yeah.
Were they rivals?
Yeah, they were rival in the sense they had a coexistence. They all had a coexistence.
Took up
They
different
wouldn't
ilakas.
step into each other's toes.
Okay.
The areas are divided and then they operate in their own areas and things like that.
Does he still have any presence in Matunga?
He is dead.
No, but
He
his
died
syndicate?
No, nothing much. His son was there as a political party. He went to Chennai and he died and then only he was buried. All that,
I sometimes wonder how Indira Gandhi perceived all this happening under her reign.
See, they also had a little bit of a political... I told you earlier, booth capturing was one of those gangsters thing. So they can help in any state, like UP, Bihar or any state for that matter, in winning the elections by capturing the booths.
That time probably there was a role to play in politics
Yes.
as well.
Now it is changing. But now also electronically, various science and technology, people can get into attempting such things. Yeah. They obviously took money.
Do you truly believe that there was a Robin Hood element? There was an element of giving back to the poor?
It all, getting legitimacy when you are doing all wrong things of taking away women and killing people and doing all these things, completely doing wrong things with the families they suffer. You have to buy certain amount of legitimacy by doing one Ganapati Mandal, giving away all those things, giving education, various things like that. the Robin Hood element comes.
Gotcha. So
But the other gangsters like Karim Lala or Haji Mastan and various others, Dawood Ibrahim, they didn't have any Robin Hood element in them. This guy had.
yeah, Haji Mastan is portrayed pretty nicely in that one movie.
He paid money. You asked me earlier question. All funding and financing by them. What are you talking? Even the movies like Diwar, Muqaddar Ka Sikandar, all those movies were all allegedly about him. He had funded and financed and a legendary actor and all that they do. That is to bring that good element in others, that they were good people.
Diwar is a great film though.
I loved it. I saw multiple
What a
times.
beautiful film.
Multiple times.
It's actually evergreen. I think it's one of those films where you can
Muqaddar
watch
Ka
it.
Sikandar bhi acha hai. Diwar bhi acha
Yeah.
hai. Yeah.
How do you remember Diwar?
I've seen it.
No, as in like what do you remember it as?
I remember as somebody who was coming here from UP, nobody looks at a billboard and then he never, immediately afterwards, he had a three-piece suit and then all that kind of thing. But all emotionally, that actor was fantastic and then very nice movies. Diwar bhi hai, Muqaddar Ka Sikandar bhi hai, but they are all eulogizing this criminals who were like this. Na?
Gotcha.
They were all funded and financed by this guy. They pay money for the project so that they can leave a legacy in celluloid that they were do-gooders and various other movies where some cricketers, some film actors and various others, they always conclude that they were very good people, they were misled, they were rational, patriotic, funded by themselves. They leave a legacy, a 3-hourly movie. Who will say I was a demon, I was a third grade guy? ऐसा कोई बोलेगा?
What is Arun Gowli's legacy when it comes to Indian crime?
He is the son of that mill worker, Empress Mill, बाजू में there. He was supported by a political party and a leader to be the alternative for the Muslim gangster called Dawood Ibrahim. He was a Hindu alternative, Amar Naik and him. And he killed so many political and various other people. He's a ruthless killer, and then he extortion, various things like that. He has been always behind the bars. Even today, he is in the Jamsandekar murder. He got a life term and he is there. Now in the press I saw he is likely to come out after something. In a 1 or 2 weeks he will come. He will go and shut himself in the Dagadi Chawl and live there protected by a human circle of women and men and things like that.
Would there be any regret in his heart?
No. None of them regret anything like that. No. He is a political guy now. He became MLA. He contested an election where one of the DGPs, Maharashtrian, contested. He came fourth. And this guy stood first in the police constituency where police families voted for him because he took care of them. And so these people take a Robin Hood type. You told me about Robin. He is the same type now.
So there is some Robin Hood elements.
Yeah. The constituency, he's a political. His daughter, Geeta, is a corporator. And then they spend money on cultivating the constituency to win the elections.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. One more photo. Have you seen this movie, Once Upon a Time in Mumbai?
Yeah, I've seen.
And
He's Haji Mastan. He started a political party later when everything became. He and others surrendered when JP Narayan's movement was there. They all took white and white. He started a political party called DMMS, Dalit Muslim Munnetra Kalagam or whatever it is, DMMS. So he started a political outfit. He had an adopted son and then all those things. He lived where that Sterling apartment in Pedder Road. When you go down, there's a small bungalow where one old truck was hanging around. That is the first truck he used for smuggling, they say, as a memorabilia. He had kept it there. So like that. Yeah. He could not speak and read and write any other language than Tamil. But he ran his empire. No, not during my time. This is all previous to my coming. So if you ask me, do I know them? No, I have not met them.
yeah, I think this is Shootout at Vadala.
Yeah, Manya Surve. Allegedly, he had a hand grenade wrapped in a towel and he used to threaten people, I'll throw the hand grenade. Allegedly. Then this is the first ever shootout in Mumbai by the police side where some Isaac Bhagwan and Samson and various others were there. Mr. Rivero was the commissioner of police and this happened. The book Isaac Bhagwan has written a book. Movie has been made.
Ambedkar College in Vadala.
Shootout at Vadala. That is his case.
Okay, so moving on. This is a photo of Dawood Ibrahim and Chota Rajan. I would like for you to tell us the story of what went on here because there's a lot of younger viewers who are not familiar with the whole Mumbai crime story.
See, listen. This guy is from Satara, Patan Taluka. His name is Rajendra Rajendra is his name. He is called Rajan. There was a Malayali Rajan Nair. He was a Bada Nair. He was a big man. So he was called Bada Rajan. And this man is Chota Rajan. That is his title. Nikalje is his surname. Rajendra Sadashiv Nikalje is his name. His brother Deepak Nikalje goes on contesting elections and things like that. His wife is Sujata. These people, Dawood Ibrahim found him in the talent scouting thing. He found him to be, he used to sell cinema tickets, black tickets in Tilak Nagar area. And then they found him to be one good executive. They recruited him and then they went away to Dubai. They stayed there. And in 1993, that blast, 12th March, which I mentioned elaborately, he fell away from him and went away to Malaysia, Cambodia. He allegedly lived in a yacht, Y-A-T-C-H, yacht, and did all the extortions through satellite phones. He had his own gang which was present here. He is again that Robin Hood Don. He had that Tilak Nagar Krida Mandir where this Ganapati, big thing will put 3, 4, 5, 6 crore he used to spend so that he acquired that good name. And also floated the rumor that in spite of the police looking for him, he will come and do puja and go away. This is all not true, but then they used to add value to his magical powers. So then he went to Australia. This Dawood Ibrahim only shot because they are very inimical. Chota Shakil, his manager, shot him in September 2000 in Bangkok. In Bangkok, there was his birthday. So Chota Shakil sent a team of people with a birthday cake and flowers and all that. Rohit Verma, who had shot this guy, Taqiyuddin Wahid, East West Airline managing director, was running a jewelry shop, living in a flat as a genuine person, legit. So this guy went and stayed with him. They knew that and they went with this thing. And when Rohit Verma opened, they fired him with like our Tukaram Ombla. He took all the bullets and died. His wife Sangeeta also was there. And then this guy got a bullet injury and jumped out of the window into a garbage tin or whatever it is and saved himself. Went to the hospital and stayed there daily. They changed. They spent money on promoting him and all that. And I sent an ACP Kamble, Shankar Kamble, to bring him here. He agreed to come in the beginning. Later, someone told him, don't come to Mumbai police. We'll help you and all that. So after some time, 1 or 2 months, I brought Shankar Kamble back to Mumbai because he wasn't coming. Then he mysteriously escaped from there into oblivion. Later, after quite a few years, having cured himself from the bullet injuries, he appeared in Bali. And then he was picked up by the agencies and he was taken to Delhi. He stays in Delhi. All 71 cases from Mumbai were taken away to CBI in Delhi. He is getting convictions in few cases. He does. He killed one Dilshad Mirza, a member of parliament of Nepal. He used Operation Honeypot to kill him. So then he also said during 93 that he is a nationalistic don where he will kill all the bomb blast accused who are coming out on. So 8 of them he killed. On the day I joined Mumbai as Joint CP Crime, 27th June 1998, 2 of them in Santa Cruz were shot on this road. That is a salami for me, as they call. Welcome to Joint CP, So that is what he did. And then we have dealt with him. Yeah, he's there in Delhi, and then all those things. Yeah.
Ever met him?
No, he wasn't there in the country. Okay. See, none of these guys were available for me to deal with them, and it was not my remit to go to Pakistan and do anything about because MEA, Interpol, and Delhi government, they are all doing overtime. I must tell you that they are doing fantastic job of sending papers, ton-loads of papers, giving evidence against Dawood Ibrahim, trying to bring him. Well, I had no role in that. I had only Mumbai as a jurisdiction, prune all the trees, okay? Going to the route was not my remit because I neither had a passport nor I could go to Pakistan to do any operation. I hope you understand, or your viewers understand. My role is limited to whatever is there. Baby with the bathwater, bucket and mug, I splashed it and did. But then whatever I did here did last for 25 years. That is a taste of the pudding is in the eating. So this guy is that. Movie company explains all these things very beautifully.
Were you very stressed out in that period with all the shootouts going on?
This is the most innocent question I can ever imagine. If every day some businessman is getting shot and you are going there and see the family and see everything and you are in charge of crime, you will not get. I got blood sugar and high diabetes during that time. I never had in my family. None of them ever had it. Even today I have serious diabetes and blood sugar because of stressing out.
Affected your health a lot.
Yeah, of course.
What?
But unless you get involved and give your 100%, you can't deliver results now. You can't be a touch me not, like the drop of water in the lotus leaf. You can't be that. You have to dive deep into the matter and get into all these things. Then only you can do.
What did you feel inside when all this used to happen?
See, when these things happen, you feel bad about people who passed away. Some were innocent, some were involved. But any human life being taken away, how can you rejoice about it, even if they are bad people? For example, that Kurup brothers of Madras Hotel in Bandup, two of them, they asked 25 lakhs. They were not involved in any other crime. And they shot them dead and blood was flowing on the marble floor. They were sitting on the gala and repeatedly the TV was showing. I felt very, 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 very bad because I am there. I am not able to save these people. What am I worth? That is the feeling I have. But then that is what triggered me to go with all the strategies and sort it out. The book Brahmastra is about those strategies.
You know, sir, because I've gotten to know you on a human level also outside of your police avatar, sometimes I think that you were an economist. You know, once upon a time, you found yourself in this world of crime, seeing blood splatter.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've seen some very gruesome things like...
Much more gruesome, much more gruesome. Where Sunit Gatao was shot, I immediately reached, his body was warm. And then I've seen that lady, Priya Rajavan, she had nobody, she was all alone, she was killed very badly. I went and detected and got conviction for those people involved. They were from a big family, Chetan Anand's children. So with all those kind of things, one does feel involved and go all out and do justice. Like Priya Rajavan's case, my book mentions about that. When you get conviction for this kind of big people, I feel that Atma ke liye kuch to humne kiya. She had nobody. Her brother, Mr. Vijay Singh, came and met me after 15 days or 3 weeks in there. He said, thank you, you have taken. Her death was considered by the police as a natural death. I went there and got another postmortem done and proved it beyond a shadow of doubt that that is a crime.
You ever think of karma?
Karma now, after this AI 171, when one man jumped out of the flight and all others were killed, I started believing in God and karma. Not before that. Yeah.
After the Ahmedabad plane crash.
Yeah. How did one man jump out of it and when all others were blown to pieces? That 30 doctors who were sitting in the hostel and eating, they were killed. This guy comes out without any scratch. That is something which changed me beyond belief.
You know, I mean, don't mind the philosophy here, but I've gotten deep into philosophy because of the podcast.
Yeah.
And I just feel that someone with the kind of duty you were given in your lifetime, that's obviously a little pre-decided by the divine, that this person will help me.
I will not disagree with you. The very fact that somebody pre-decided had made me to do and I did a good job, came out of it, I am healthy and alive and telling you a story, is karma and that predetermination only. Basically, I will say I don't believe in all this puja, pad, Bhagavan, all this daily, all this arpan and tarpan and all that. But I believed that there is a God inside you and you be above board. You don't do anything wrong. And God is there to protect you and do the right thing and then go about doing it. Don't attach too many values to all these things. You are given your destiny, as you rightly said. My destiny is this. Live up to that and do. Leave a punch in the world where the universe has a punch.
Yeah, you know what you're saying is also the definition of dharma. You help maintain dharma in the world.
For example, I never go to a temple and do puja in my house. We don't do elaborate Hindu pujas on festivals and all that. But we believe in God and we just do namaste and go. And then, the way I'm distributing food to 23,000 people every day and I have given 22 million meals so far for the poor. Don't you think it is dharma, the way dharma or karma it comes out of you.
Yeah, I was about to ask you that how do we allow the viewers and listeners of this podcast to help you, but I'm going to redirect them to Roti Bank. We'll link it down below.
Yeah. Roti Bank is an organization where we are more focusing on school children. Their attendance is improving. We are adding nutritional value to the food, and because of that, they are stunting and wasting. These are the malnutritional things, symptoms. They are going out of that. They are doing well. Their attendance is improving. And about 12,000 to 15,000 in Mumbai and 8,000 in Nagpur. 23,000 people we are feeding.
I hope my compliment lands, but I salute not just you, sir, but the soul inside you. What work you've done in your life.
I want to tell all your viewers as a conclusion, if this is the conclusion you are deriving at, because you are saluting me to send me away. No, listen to me. I have written a book called The Brahmastra Unleashed. I request all your viewers to kindly buy one copy and read as to how rejuvenating the police, which is sluggish, which is blamed, which is bitter, can be brought about doing a delivery of unmatching skills, and that involved a lot of team building, saving them from various cases like this case, encounter petition by Abu Azmi. Then I did wrapping up of the guns, 2,500 guns. Then detention of 1,600 criminals in man years, 1,600 man years. So all these things ended in this, resulting in this.
What happens to those guns?
1 year only. They were detained for only 1 year. 1 year later, they will come. Whatever fate is there, they will do.
No, but
they will live or die or whatever.
Where do they end up, the guns?
With the guns. Guns were recovered as a part of the mopping up of the thing.
But does the police end up using the guns?
No, you can't. There is a process. Government process is there. Maybe politicians buy good guns for a cheaper price and things like that. Oh, let us not go into that. But I will say, mopping up guns, for example, you are calling me and saying, here is a gun now, Atabol. That was the time when one MTNL general manager, Madrasi, he jumped out of his skin and then he was in tears. And that to a woman. A woman went to his office and said, a gun nikal ke rakha, atta bola. No? So people were frightened. People were frightened. We gave them relief. And yes. Please buy Brahmastra Unleashed, my book, and then patronize. Thank you.
This has been such a wide conversation. We've covered so many topics.
Yeah.
Before the shoot, I told you that our last episode was 4 years ago. And personally, I was not ready at that point to meet you. I'd worn a Mumbai Indians jersey for that episode. And I was kind of prepared, but I was only 27.
Between you and me, that came out innocently so nicely.
Yeah.
Look at the number of viewers now.
Yeah.
The one which you cut as Kasab, when I met Kasab.
Right.
4 million people are somewhere. If you put all those things together, easily a few million people have seen.
Yeah.
And the comments which the youngsters gave, they forced you to do a second episode saying that Saab ko leke aao, 2611 karo. So that was a force they did.
Yeah.
I liked it because the youngsters came out. They say they got only 2 minutes attention. How did they see 50 minutes podcast? How did they see 58 minutes? And gave a fantastic comments. Yeah. But so you are doing that time was a class at that level, age, your maturity.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Now you have become more in-depth.
Yeah.
I'm sure in another few years when you do, we will go into various things like that.
I think age really reflects in a podcast host's journey.
One. Second is how much you read, how much you introspect, how much you gather from people. For example, you meet a general, Bipin Rawat or somebody, you learn a lot. I was Director General of Police. You learn. As a cinema actor, actress, you learn from them also. So many. So you are the sponge.
Yeah.
You can absorb all the good things if you want to, or absorb the bad things you want to. No, your karma.
No, nowadays I wear some protection on me.
Yeah.
So it's only good things that get absorbed.
Yeah. You can wear a tie and a jacket. You're a handsome boy. I don't know how many of you have told. You're a very, only 32 and you're so handsome.
Thank you.
So I'm sure you look very good in the podcast. I have seen multiple times. I've seen.
Thank you.
And you are going to Adhyatmik also, spiritual. So many things you do. So that makes you a distinguished personality in this area.
No, thank you, sir. The blessing is to meet warriors like yourself. I think the warrior energy rubs off more than anything. And these are the days I look forward to the most in the journey of this podcast.
Thank you.
So salute you once again. This is the end of the episode. And this is on behalf of the whole youth of the country,
Yeah.
which hopefully at this point has understood what Sir has done for your safety, especially if you're in Mumbai, but honestly if you're anywhere in India.
Yeah.
Thank you पूरे पुलिस फोर्स को, पूरे देश के पुलिस फोर्स को. आपकी वजह से ही हम सब यूथ सेफ है. आपके मेहनत की वजह से हमारा दिमाग दिल कंफर्टेबल रहता है ताकि हम देश को आगे लेकर जाए. तो अक्सर ना बहुत सारे लोग आजकल ऐसे ही, क्योंकि ज़माने में ज़्यादा गुस्सा फैल चुका है, पुलिस फोर्स पर गुस्सा निकालते हैं. बट आई वांट टू से थैंक यू, बस वो कहना चाहूँगा. सर, in the end, if there's any Hindi message to all the police officers watching this podcast.
मेरा पुलिस ऑफिसर्स को यही कहना है कि यू आर ऑल हाईली रेस्पेक्टेड. People should, policemen should become eligible for all the respect and the other things given by the people. They have to work hard and they have to be honest in their work, and they should reach out to the poor people who cannot assert for their rights. So our policemen should work for the poor people who are at the edge of all the harassment and various. So our police is the best police. Maharashtra police and the Mumbai police I am very proud. My book is completely dedicated to the Mumbai police.
Wow.
When I get the book, I'll send it to you. You see, it is dedicated to the Mumbai police. I love them and I salute them, and they are the best.
Salute to Mumbai police.
Yes.
Thank you sir, मजा आ गया.
Thank you.